Hey everyone, Merric here, and this is Torment Tides of Numenera. Tides of Numenera. So this is going to replace Astroneer. I decided I really didn't want to get back into that game. There was not a lot left to do, so I had this game from the Kickstarter that I backed a long time ago, right before I was Merric, and here we are, in here. So this is made by In Exile. They made the original Torment game that I had never played, and they also made Wasteland, which became Fallout, which is now Wasteland 2, and Fallout's a separate thing, and is going to be Wasteland 3 very soon, which I also backed because Wasteland was a great game. But this isn't Wasteland, this is Torment Tides of Numenera. So we're going to start and see what this is all about. Made in Unity with Pillars of Eternity technology. We should know Pillars of Eternity because we're playing that. I don't know. I gotta be a man.
Your mind wakes in darkness. Aching cold sets into an unfamiliar body. A distant howling surrounds you, louder with each passing second. Insistent and invisible hands slap and tear at the membrane that protects you.
What? This is very dramatic for... I'm falling! I'm falling. Okay.
Your first emotion is an involuntary and formless panic. You feel you have forgotten something. Something important. As if it once meant the world to you. But the details slip away as you grasp at them.
No, wait, I remember I left the oven on. Shit! That pie is going to be ruined.
You force your eyes open.
Open eyes! Click.
The body is... Wait, you are wearing a form-fitting suit of some dark material. You recall that you were wearing something much more elaborate a short time ago. You have smooth, light brown skin, 5 fingers on each hand, 5 toes on each foot.
That's 20.
Good muscles, strong but not bulky, and slim hips. Your palms are soft,
Can't have babies.
as if they have not done much labor, but scars and burns on the hands and wrists suggest that you haven't always been careful. Why can't you remember this?
Because it's all a lie and I'm a banana slug. I don't know, maybe that's just me.
Without warning, the cocoon that surrounds you shreds and tears away. You are falling.
Yeah.
Above you, a small moon is slowly collapsing in on itself. The world is many kilometers below you.
Wait a second, why is the moon collapsing? Flatten out, catch the wind.
You spread your arms and legs, and they respond sluggishly. You stop tumbling head over heels. Though you are still spinning laterally, that motion has calmed as well, and you have space to assess your situation, and perhaps to understand the predicament and the body in which you find yourself. Below you, you see a large landmass. A massive ocean dominates the rest of the visible globe, dotted here and there with island chains. Small moons, unusual structures, and strange machines rush past you in glittering profusion as you plummet toward the ground.
Okay, so if you don't know, which you may not, this game is from the old world of RPGs and tabletops. Back in the day when RPGs first leapt from paper to the computer, there was still a lot of this you did this and you see this and you feel this narration, as if a game master from Dungeons and Dragons or any of those pen and paper RPGs was telling you how you feel and then you react to it. So here's your situation and this is what you did, maybe? They're sort of hearkening back to that a bit.
It's hazy. You were in a tall passageway, its sides slicked with dew, the air warm and moist, as if you were caught in the breath of a giant organism. You remember fleeing in fear and exhilaration, laughing through the terror. What was it that pursued you? Something ancient and cold, its coiling power the promise of oblivion. Its shadowed tendrils struck at you, and the walls where they landed were torn apart utterly, destroyed beyond any hope of repair. You leapt into a membranous cocoon and fell from the station, the moon. And then you were empty. But who were you? What was that creature? A word surfaces in your thoughts, and you seize it before it vanishes. Sorrow. The world fills your sight. You're about to hit.
Try to remember sorrow.
It's your mind to recall, but you push past it, a creature of the forgotten world seeking you out across the centuries. But it's not you it seeks, is it? It sought the man whose memories you shovel through now. And you realize suddenly that you are not him.
No.
Who were you? There is nothing for you to grab hold of, and the resistance of your body can only do so much against the insistent grasp of the earth. As you vainly try to grasp at the air, cupping your hands, you can see the... But wait! You plummet toward a domed structure of glass or crystal floating in a bay, and a strangely blurred woman and a man are pointing at you. A mass of colors rushes from his outstretched arm, enfolding you, but it's too late. You were falling too fast. With a sickening thump, you destroy the glass structure. You hear some strange engine howl as its balance is forever altered, and then...
Bananas! Oh, darkness. I would have gone with bananas, obviously, because everybody loves bananas. Especially when they're in slug form. Okay, so we're not going to always have that. Good. I was concerned and a little unhappy if it was going to be always that. Just falling. Maybe I'm moving. Neat. Okay. Interact. Jumble thoughts cloud your head as you study the empty bowl before you. Drops of liquid fall from the ceiling, splatter on the ground next to the bowl. The light from every drop reflects in the bowl's rounded hollow, as if it's hunger for that light. It needs to be filled. The bowl remains dry. Carefully move. Okay. Yeah, it's got might, speed, and intellect that you can spend to increase your chance of success. This is called effort. To more easily move the bowl in front of you, use the right or left mouse button to spend might for higher level effort. Don't worry if you fail this task in Torment. Failure often results in interesting outcomes. Okay. I'm not really sure what to do. Oh. So I go like... Alright, skill check passed. That's different. You temporarily keep hold of the bowl, avoiding the teeth on the serrated rim. With a deep breath, you move it close to the glowing pool of falling light. But he's not doing anything. The art is pretty rough. Oh, look! That's certainly a bowl. Drop by drop, the ripples spreading a blur outline of your reflection. A pale blue luminous stretches into the corner of the rooms. That's different. Oh, look at this! Look at this guy. Last cast off. I'm pretty weak. A clear radius spills across the segmented floor, washing away near shadows and pouring into your mind, melting the ragged edges of your fragmented thoughts. You are not whole, not yet, but you begin to heal from the damage done by your long fall. A voice calls out from somewhere high above, beyond the reach of the spreading light. Hello, are you still alive? We're up here. Build a path to us. It's something else. Okay, we can zoom. Go over there quickly before. Oh man, this is very much Unity interaction. A memory floods your mind. You stand in front of a rusted door, air is humid dank. You had a moment's respite from the waterlogged hell. A bubble of stale air is a resting point. You breathed water before, and you lived decades beneath the waves with this body. This body's an air breather, and constant pressure has been crushing you ever subtly worse. Your companion's mind seems to be wandering from the task at hand. He's a genius of machines, as you well know, but he seems distracted. The device understands covered with knobs, wires, and antennas. He believes he can get the two of you through the corroded door, but he's merely staring at it. Perhaps he's lost faith in his invention. But that's hardly a concern. The mission cannot be delayed. It must proceed. Deceive him by telling him that you've heard the sound of pursuit. Threaten him until he returns to the task at hand. It's taking long, cast a spell, and esoteric to fix the device yourself. You mumble a few words, drawing power from the air until a solution appears in your mind. You snatch the device from his hands, and rewire it. Shove it back at him. Oh, he says, "Sorry, I was trying to improve the thing." He waves the device at the door. The stale air, the bubble of your bubbles freshens. The door swings open. Dark valley lies beyond, and the passage links water, border cells, blah blah blah. There we go. We made it out. Oh, we're still going. You're underwater again. Your hands close around a strange or familiar artifact. You need to complete it. Something that hovers pedestal. The guards won't be far behind. Run! You can come back for it. They won't be able to protect it forever. Disabled sonar posts. Use the device to stop them. Yeah, alright. You run over device, blah blah blah. A few can be used against guards, but also turn your skin to synth steel or surrounding water to boiling wax. Hardly ideal. Finally, you open a small silver sphere, setting the sphere in place. You kick desperately for safety in a nearby alcove. The sphere whirls, unfolds, vortex. Okay. Alright. Memory begins to fade. The events within the orb have settled into a gap in your mind, but the edges are rough. Are we just going to be reliving through, like, everything? That's strange. I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy this game. It's a very strange way to tell a story. But we'll give it some time. See if it'll grow on us. You stand beside a woman in an verdant crag. Beneath you is a broad plateau towering above an overgrowth far below. Strange machines have been built in the cliffside, presumably for reconnaissance or defense. Metallic disc gleams in the center of the plateau. You are self-aware. Humanoid machines drill into the base of the cliff now. If you were looking for sanctuary, and you were desperately, this seems to be the right place. I don't know about this, the woman says, her voice flat and neutral, or her face turned away from you. What makes this place any more secure than the other places we found? Draw our attention to the hidden details that your more experienced eye clearly sees. Use your charm to persuade her of the merits of the site, and try to remind her of time constraints. Convince her with the wisdom of your superior intellect. Do that. You shade your eyes against the bright sun so you can point out the bands of radiating metallic discs, how energy from the bands, blah blah blah. She thinks deeply. It's geologically sound. Have you run sounding samples and checked the strata? No major caverns weakness show up on your resonance scans? She waits for information and says, alright, I convinced. The two of you skit. Oh, I'm a robot. Drawing schematic, architectures, then you descend to the plateau, blah, blah, blah. The woman suggests having one of the servitors build a shelter for your time here, and you draw one of the constructs away from its task, but it doesn't respond to your voice. When you lay a hand on its shoulder to reinforce the command, it whirls and strikes you across the face with medium speed. It turns back to its task, ignoring you. Your companion helps you rise, laughter and eyes. Seems your construct has other ideas. What's the matter with it? Use a Numenera integrated into the construct's body, overwhelming the behavior malfunction. Examine the construct's mechanical flux. Look deeper solution, perhaps it affects the metallic disc itself. A mist falls on the plateau. As you are wrapped in fibers shielding mesh around the construct's skull. The mesh powers up, protecting the construct's mind from any transdimensional emissions that might be in the area. Take a new breath. You repeat your command. Acknowledge. Is it obediently trundles the side of your new shelter. Okay. So it seems like I'm a memory bebopping around. Oh, that one's just absorbed into me. Bebopping around a whole bunch of places. How long are we going to be trapped in here reading all this? Because this kind of sucks. Yep. Oh no, my city's under attack! Her defenders have fought and died all day, and still the attacks are coming. They fight as your destruction were demanded of them. They care nothing for mercy, surrender, or plunder. What they want is blood, but they have brought a keen-eyed companion to the top of this tower. Oh, I did it. I brought her up. She has seen the way to stop the invaders. You need to lead her to safety and rally defenders. You need to turn towards the door of the tower to attack or descend from a hovering machine. You don't have time to strike at them before they land. One is brutishly large, and its weapon is a vibrating axe. Oh, sexy. The other is a slim, sheathed, glossy armor, is sheathed in glossy armor, and holds the hilt of a sizzling, invisible blade. It just sizzles. She's too young to help. Your enemy advanced single file, confined by the parapet. Trade blows with the giant. You can handle it, at least for strike 2. Duck under the giant, swing, attack before he can strike. Fight defensively and figure out who presents the greater threat. Do we go for agility, brutishness? This is changing my stats, by the way. I think. We're going to go defensively. The memory seems crystal clear. Giant is menacing, it's true, but the invisible blade of his companion is more worrisome. Still, the energy field that flickers and wavers around it suggests that she can carve matter at the molecular level, tearing to pieces. Okay. If you're to save yourself, your best bet is tackle her first. She's stuck behind the giant, waiting for her turn to attack you, unable to bring a weapon to bear until he's out of the way. But it's clear she expects him to handle you. Her eyes roll behind you, her focus on the ward. She's currently not expecting you to dive between the giant's legs. Certainly not expecting you to dive between giant legs. She can bring a bear. You bring up a dagger under her chin. You catch her before her deadly blade drops onto you and spin her around. The weapon slashes at a giant. He topples, bisected like a pro. The immense threat ended, or the immediate threat ended. You focus on finding a way back to your allies. You open the tower door, rush the stairs. The door's at the base of the stairs, slightly cracked, opening in just a bit in the hall. You hear more of the enemy soldiers behind. Hurry yourself at the door and knock them to the ground. Crack open the door and sneak past them. Charge through, counting on your defenses to protect you. Sneaky. Okay. We ease it open. It squeaks. You pause. Continue to talk. Push again. Squeeze yourself through the narrow passage. Creep down the hall. Memory begins to fade. Okay. There we go. We learned another thing. Can I get out of here now, or do we have to keep doing this? It looks like I got a door. If you guys wanted to read those, feel free to give them voice. Oh, a nice little mirror. You see a cast of people. I only see me. Vast crowd of people. Okay, they're all me. They're all imitations. Okay, and their eyes, their actions. Okay, so do we want to, do we want a cautious? Do we want clever, mystical, symbol, observing all the others? We're gonna do the observer. Sidling around the edge of the unruly crowd, Doppelganger cautions you to silence with a finger to his lips. Together you scan the room and the inhabitants, as noting every potential habit, every drip of strange liquid, blah blah blah. Quietly, Doppelganger waits for your decision. Yes, this is who I am. I want to consider other choices. Nah, we're gonna go with that guy. Gain descriptor observant. Restored 2 might to the might pool. The mirror fades. Alright, shit, that was just to get the character creation. This is gonna be crazy. We're gonna keep tutorials on because I have no idea what the fuck this game's about. Okay. Nanos are sometimes called mages, wizards, sorcerers, or witches by the people of the 9th world. Whatever they're called, nanos master the mysteries of the past to the degree that they seem to perform miracles using esoteries, spell-like invocations that combine gestures, commands, words, and physic disciplines. They tap into nanospirits, numerous particles that suffuse the landscape to alter reality or learn things that they couldn't otherwise know. Glaives are the elite warriors of the... No, I'm not going to do that. Jacks are intrepid explorers and adventurers. They are jacks of all trade, hence the name. Although the word is also harkens back to the fables involving a wily, resourceful hero who seems to be named Jack. Jacks are the best when they combine weapons, armor, esoteric ciphers, and clever tongue. They are treasure hunters, grifters, scalds, rogues, and experts in a variety of... We're going to go with nanos. I want to be a wizard. I want to be a wizard! So we're going to be a wizard. Okay. We're not very perceptive. Can I get rid of some of these? I can't reassign skills. Okay. Abilities unlocked. Concentration increase. Cipher limit increase. Onslaught. Practice handling cipher slash to carry more without risking ill effects. Ooh. Choose... Okay, we can deal 5 damage. Alright, we're an nano. Stats, pulls, and resources. You apply effort, activities, or abilities. You can distribute points as you see fit. Glaives tend to favor might or speed, while nanos, intellect, jack usually benefit balance. Okay, well, we're a nano. So we're going to go with that and that. Actually, we're going to go a higher intellect. Abilities unlocked by your type and can be active actions such as attacks or spell like esoterics or unique passives. Scan thought. Surface thoughts of most people or creatures as you speak with appear in conversations. Interesting. While speaking with Hammond at the nth world, you can sometimes hear the thoughts. It's often helpful, rarely appreciated. Oh, I want that. +1 skill training level and cipher use skill allows you to carry additional ciphers. Gain +1 protected, or +2 armor, +1 resilience. Remove all negative Fettles. Exclude flank and lasting damage. Heal 6. Well, it could be a healer. Teleport one ally to a point within range. Ooh, that's cool. Let's go with heals. Most skills increase your chance of success on specific kinds of actions and tasks, but some give other passive bonus. Each skill starts with a novice level, and you can be increased to trained and specialized, granting greater bonuses. Okay. So... oh, over here. Yeah. Lore machinery, plus 15% bonus per level on difficult task marked with this skill and ability. Okay. Natural lore, mystical. So we're gonna go mystical. We're gonna go machinery. Oh, we only get one. Let's go mystical. Only glaives receive training and weapon skill. Okay. Although you choose your descriptor from among many doppelgangers in the mirror, you now have a chance to view the specific bonus and penalties it grants. You can also examine the effects of other descriptors and choose a new one. Oh. You pay attention to small things. Perception and concentration get +1. That's not good. That's pretty good. Okay, you are quick-witted and good judge of others. You can fool people, but are rarely fooled yourself. You're not great at retaining trivial knowledge. Plus speed, plus intelligence. Learned? Oh, that's cool. You're studious and know a great deal of information about many things. You have few social graces. Huh. You know what? I'm thinking... we go with, yeah, I'm thinking we go with clever. You're quick-witted and good judge of others. So we won't get mystical bonuses. It'll take us a long time to get back up to that level. But I'm okay with that. Can I go back? So we could do that. Because we already have these. And then I'm clever. So I get lore natural and... and I actually get less machinery and mystical, but I'm already trained, so it counteracts that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. There we go. I had no idea what to expect. That was a really weird way to do an introduction with a lot more reading than I expected. But hey, that's okay. My reading skills are god-awful, but it's fun. So here we go. Excuse me. The Spectre. Everything about this spectral figure seems dreamlike. His silhouette seems to be made of blue glass smoke. He wears stylish, well-cut clothes. His handsome, bearded face seems hauntingly familiar, though you've never seen him before. He breathes a sigh of relief when he sees you. We weren't sure if that would work. We pulled our strength and channeled it through me to reach you, to wake you up. He glances to the other figures and frowns unhappily. It took more out of them than we thought. The other reflections. They're more like shadows now. Look, I mean, you got a lot of questions. This whole place is basically in your mind. Your body's still out there in the real world healing from the fall because, you went, woo, bloop. That's bad. You need to get out there and finish the healing process because you're all messed up. He shrugs. It shouldn't be too hard. Before I met you, I felt like something was hunting me. You know what it was? You said I had to finish the process. What do you mean by that? Who are these other people? You called them reflections. If this place is my mind, I don't remember any of this. Any of you? Who are you? And how did you get in my kitchen? How do you know all this? What are you telling me? There we go. That's a memory I don't want to recall. A large black furious. It's our death. It's the sorrow. He closes his eyes. I hope it lost interest in you. If it finds us, we're done. Alright. What do you mean finish? After you wake from the dream state and attune to the tides, you'll need to find something called the resonance chamber. Your body should have landed somewhere near it. Just climb inside, and everything will be fine. What? Tides are like the force. A force, sorry. It's not the force, I promise. Like gravity mechanisms and something, except they respond to people's actions and perceptions. Your body, that is, your body in the real world, needs the tides to survive. It's something you need to worry about. Your body will attune as it wakes up. Okay. It's your mind, a construct built to, I don't know, share thoughts, store true self. Wait, you know those people say, in the first place, this is definitely the first place in your memory. Well, it was the first place for me anyway. You'd probably know better since it's yours. If you don't remember now, maybe it'll come to you later. Alright. Who are these other people? That's what they are. As I said, it's your mind. You'll find a reflection of people you already knew. It's like you. They're your memories. People you met in the real world or with whom you shared some kind of psychic connection. Physics connection. I don't know why or how. It just happens. Okay. I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a crystal sarcophagus. I remember it having 5 mechanical arms around it and a metal ring set in the floor. I think we were aiming for it when we fell. When you opened your eyes in the real world, it should be nearby. And who are you? I'm you. I'm part of your mind, a splinter. I was waiting for you, and we called you with the memories of the others who were here, and I really don't know what happened next. Listen, it's fine, all right? You need to yeah. He throws up his hands in frustration. I'm part of you. I look at you. I know. This place, it was made for you, for us. I remember pieces, and I don't know where it came from. The knowledge came to me. You ask your questions, but that's all. Yeah, that's confusing. And I remember pieces of knowledge that came to me when you ask your questions, but that's all. Okay. Alright, how do I wake up? There's a portal down here. It takes you back to your body. Just step through it, and the whole tides thing should take care of itself. I love how just nonchalant he sounds. When you wake up, find the resonant chamber and activate it, and then we can... What in the hell is that? That would be the sorrow. Gods, it's the sorrow! Told you. Oh, it got those guys. The sorrow is anchored into those reflections. It's devouring their power. We have to get rid of them. Destroy the anchors or else the sorrow will erase us forever. Crisis initiated. Kill the reflections, anchoring the sorrow to your mind. A crisis begins when you enter a dangerous situation. Crises are turn-based encounters where you fight, sneak, manipulate the environment, and talk your way out of trouble. Each turn you could take an attack action or an activate an ability. You can also make a move. That reflection near you, kill it, it will loosen the sorrow's hold. Well, he sounds really unhappy. Use the left mouse button to attack an enemy move with position by clicking and highlight the character. Okay. Can I select a skill? No? Alright. Effort can be applied to attacks to increase the chance to hit. With others, as with other tasks, the level of effort increases chance by 20%. Costs 1 point from the stat pool. Unarmed attacks use speed, but other weapons abilities use other things. So we're gonna go with like 2. Dead! I did it. Sorrow. What in the... It's escaping to hide in your mind. Alright, well, there's nothing I can do about that. Now, get to the next one. I was trying. Yeah. You can sacrifice your turn to double move instead of attacking. The movement preview line turns purple. I can't tell if that needs a double move. What if I did that? Energy. Okay. Energy. When you apply effort to an attack, it also increases the damage you deal. Different weapons and abilities. Okay. Let's do that. And then he's going to create some more. Sorrow infection. What? What is it doing now? It's affecting it somehow. Alright, Fettles are temporary condition status effects that can improve or reduce your character stats. Start to displace a Fettle on the remaining reflection. You can remove this Fettle, but you may find a way... You can't remove it, but you may find a way to overcome it. Alright. So, we have the ability to remove that. Not an ally. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah. That guy sounds like he's really unhappy. Let's go energy. And let's go with like full power. Hurrah! Immovable target. Yeah, I wasn't trying to move you. I was just trying to murder the shit out of you. Alright, that was cool. The sorrow got 2 little turds into my head. You pried it loose! That thing is cancer and infection. It's unstoppable, but you stopped it. Actually, it's got 2 in my head. That thing, the sorrow, it's been hunting you. It's what killed you in the first place. It keeps hunting you. It'll keep hunting until you activate the resonant chambers. I didn't remember until I saw it, but that's why the chamber is so important. You have to get back and activate the chamber before it's too late. The portal to your body is a shimmering dome there. Now go. All right. Whee! Running, 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 running. Into the dome. After we get there, we'll have to wrap it up. I'm still mixed on this one.
Where did he fall from? His body smashed to talk. It's a wonder he's still breathing.
All I saw was the corona, not his origin point. But look, he's healing already. Spontaneous regeneration.
Oh, I like this. Lil. Okay, they didn't talk. Good night. Good morning. What was that? What did you do? Callous stage? It sounds accusatory, suspicious. You open your eyes. The first thing you notice is the man's kaleidoscope of tattoos writhing across his forearms. He wears a long, dark coat, belted at the waist, supplies filling the pockets. His boots are worn and stained due to years of travel. Alright, we need to... How do I menu? I don't know how to... Okay, we'll just keep doing this. You blame me! He admitted an internal physiological reaction in response to the fall, probably related to the fantastic healing process, obviously. Elegant. She's very sassy. Her voice rolls and hisses, and you have to rub your eyes to be sure you're not seeing double. Faint echoes of her actions trail her, each nearly mimicking her. Though the act seems to react to stimuli you can't perceive, to her vivid hair's outrageous clothing. I wish that if they were going to voice them, they voiced everything. Oh yes, it's obviously Kalisteg. His voice is grim and clipped. He seems to be looking... Then he sees you looking at them. You're no ordinary mortal, we know that much. Start talking. Scan thoughts. He's changing... He's the changing god. Celeste is deliberately blinding herself, but why? Okay. You really don't know? He comes to set aside. I'm starting to think you're not him. Starting to think. Allergan, tell me. Is that a novel experience? I love that. Allergan's being more paranoid than usual. How long must I put up with him? It's his face. I've never seen any other people rebuild themselves like that. Only the changing god could have healed so quickly. He sighs, rubs his face, trying to gain exposure. Maybe you could help me for a change. You know what this means to me. You're familiar with the word changing, Allergan. It implies inconsistency. Thus, the changing god may well have changed. Several versions of her shrug as she addresses you. You'll have to forgive him. He believes you're someone he once knew, even though it's painfully obvious to anyone that you're newly born. Her most solid form curtsies, while the others bow or spin. I love that. I and my sisters am Kalisteg. This is Allergan. We are explorers, knowledge seekers. That's how we came to be in this room. If I'm not mistaken, you are what we call a cast-off. The changing god created you, body and mind. Your sire used your body for a time, then abandoned it for reasons of his own. When his mind departed for new experience, you were born as a cast-off shell. Hey! Where are we? What is this place? How do I hit escape? And I can't hit escape. Okay. Alright. Ha! That's something coming from you. The changing god is your sire, dear. He discovered a path to immortality long ago. It means to transfer himself to a new body of his own creation. I don't think he knew, however, that when he abandoned one body, another mind's birth filled the void. He sees us as experiments, not humans. So you say I was born a changing god left, but why am I not dead? Before I woke, some kind of dream-like labyrinth, growing specter. Okay, we'll go with that one. With how hard he hit the ground, I'm surprised that's all you saw. Okay. It's a changing god. Your sire child, he created your body and lived, yep. What is this place? A sanctum of your sire is a common belief that he has several such places throughout the ninth world. I would call it the nth world. Possibly other worlds as well. We are only able to gain entry to this one because your grand entrance. Are there other cast-offs? That would be them. Dozens, hundreds, who can say. Your sire has been doing this for several centuries. Though if all of them were born the way you claim to have been, it's a wonder if any of them survive. Okay. Why am I not dead? I used the cipher to slow the fall further, but damage still would have killed an ordinary person. But think about it. If you're the kind of person who can make your body into anything you want, what do you do? If you're constructing bodies for centuries, you would make each one better than the last. You want to live forever. You're not going to let your life end by accident. No, you'll make strong bodies fast, powerful, maybe throw in regeneration while you're at it. The changing god has always been vain. He rarely stays long in a shell that doesn't suit his self-image. He looks you up and down, or smiles suddenly unnerving. Perhaps changing god fled because he didn't want to wear those scars of yours. Okay. You mean aside from the miraculous reformation? For one thing, there's your tattoo. All cast-off have one, though its purpose beyond me. And then, of course, there's your delicious naivete. He could be faking it. You don't live hundreds of years without learning to lie convincingly. Oh, what do you think? Are you a newborn child, or are you a powerful immortal who death has robbed of his memories? Scan thoughts. This should be interesting. Fine. What do you think? There's so much I don't know or remember. I think I must be a cast-off. Yeah, there we go. He's non-committal, but it's clear he doesn't believe you. Do you remember sparking an endless battle? Do you not remember leading the Sagitt's cliffs against the Tabbat when they charged Slaughter centuries ago? His voice trembles a little when he retains an iron control over his face. Do you not remember me? Even if you were the changing god, you're not likely to trip him up simplistic questions like that. You should help him, guide him, one way or another. It's the wisest path. At least it's the way I think is best, Allergan. Oh, she's feisty. God, you're so rancid sometimes. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna skip through some of this and just read it quietly, and you guys can read it. It's on screen. Just pause. Okay. Yeah. What about the tides? This one I'll read. I've heard the term before. A subject the sire studied great depths. I'm afraid it's... Oh, well, never mind. I want to talk about something else. Why do you hate him? He's lived longer than anyone in the ninth world. He hasn't much philanthropist in all that time. He's helped some people, sure, but it's always been his own self-interest. He's gotten away with a load of schist over the years. Okay. Is there anything that can kill me? Oh, I hit the button. I'm sorry. An excellent question. Having seen your regenerative abilities in action, I suspect they are primarily physical. A read your oath. If that's the case, then you'll be able to survive most varieties of psychic or molecular decomposition, disintegration, conflagration, and so forth. Degeneration disease could pose a problem, and I know of several entities capable of psychic destruction. As she speaks, a vision flashes in your mind. It's not yours exactly. Somehow you know this is a memory of the changing gods. You're in a dark room lit by a myriad of blinking lights and holograms and many machines surrounding you. What about a body that can withstand the sorrow's attack? Says a voice. It seems to come from one of the machines. No, you reply. The thing has no respect for barriers of any kind, physical, temporal, physics. This is the only way. With a series of gestures, you bring up the image of the crystalline pod. If the resonance chamber works, it will give us the power to stop the sorrow's hunt once and for all. We just need the right focal point, a catalyst. The memory fades. Catalyst is still talking. You realize the device you saw in memory is identical to the one behind you now. It looks like just like the Spectre had described it, a transparent sarcophagus inside the crystalline dome. The mechanical arms arrayed around it from the medical ring. Unfortunately, the dome is shattered and the sarcophagus is cracked. One of the arms is pieces on the floor. Whatever its function is clearly needs repair. Or flesh-eating viruses. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's go that one. Quest received, Fallen to Earth. Not likely, though it's not impossible. You need to be with appropriate knowledge. I'm sure the cult of the changing god will hold the answer. He turned to the insane to help the newborn. Where's your judgment again, Allergan? I would have told him the order of truth. We're going to go the order of truth. Of course, once I provide introduction to the priest, we'll have your chamber fixed in no time. You'll end up with your clothes, without your clothes and broken in a ditch while she laughs off a good experiment. It's probably best I come with you as well. I shudder to think how Allergan might do to the child. Suspicious is always Allergan. Child, the world's exciting place is full of dangers. Rest assured, one of us will get you safely where you need to be. I'll be right behind you. Sunny smile crosses her face. I don't trust her. Let's do a little bit more. We're going longer than normal, but that's okay. Despite what she said, they're not insane. They're eccentrics. They're worshippers of, well, you or your sire, the changing god. They devote their lives to understanding your kind. What about the order of truth? Knowledge seekers that learned who tries to wrest secrets from the hearts of the proud world. They gather in the city, exchange their findings, and help humanity build a brighter future. Our friend Allergan here was once one of them. Frauds, quack slavers, and charlatans. They don't have all the answers, and I'd not trust them with the changing god's secrets. You were just angered they couldn't help you with yours. Her echoes tinkle with laughter, but I am being cruel. Too cruel, dear Allergan. Let us take our new friend to the order. I won't deny that you were an exciting find, but it's not about that. I just want to see you safely out there. Who knows what secrets this child can help me find if I can help him live long enough. Kid, you're not safe here, not just because you're new. Treasure hunters trawl the reef. Scavengers would sell you for parts if they knew where you came from and what you were. If he's not the changing god, he needs my help, and if he is... That's some other questions. Nope. Alright, let's go. You've gained your first companions. They will follow you. They will follow the last cast-off and can be controlled during crises. You can speak to them about their past and take advantage of unique abilities. Companions have their own motivations, personalities, and depending on the choices you make, they may or may not follow you forever. You will find more companions who can join you as you travel through the Ninth World. Neat. Take this opportunity to explore your surroundings. You may find items, equipment, and more to assist you. When you're ready, you can leave the broken dome using the stairs. Neat. Okay, look, I found the escape button. We're going to save it real quick. New saved game. New save game. Broken dome. Save it. Alright, well there we go. I'm kind of excited. The intro threw me for a bit, but this got really interesting after the intro, so we're going to play this one out for a little while. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments, suggestions, some in the comment section below. And of course, if you enjoyed this and you haven't subscribed, consider clicking that good old subscribe button, and YouTube will let you know when to get fresh content out. All that being said, I'll see you next time.